Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take home science class for the students of class 7 on the topic of chapter 13 summary. I am repeating, today our topic is chapter 13 summary. Students, this is our 14th lecture and 14th homework. I'm repeating, this is our 14th lecture and 14th homework. Students, take your home science book. We'll discuss about the summary of chapter 13. So let's begin. Chapter 13, name decorating the clothes. First, we'll discuss with lesson 1, formative and decorative design. We know that different kinds of weaving fibers produce threads, and we make cloths by knitting the threads. Cloths are being decorated to bring variety in them and make them more attractive. Threads and cloths are made by different kinds of fibers. Dresses are made with simple and designed fibers. The pattern of a simple fabric is called formative design, and the pattern of a design fabric is called decorative design. It means we find two kinds of design in our dress. First one is formative design and second one is decorative design. So question arises, what is formative design? We can say the pattern of a simple fabric is called formative design. On the other hand, the pattern of a designed fabric is called decorative design. Two sets of threads are needed to make the formative design. So how many sets of thread are needed to make formative design? Yes, two sets of threads. And cloths are made by woven fibers or tath. For example, we can say single colored cotton long cloth, voile, jeans, etc. But decorative cloths are made in a complicated way by using various colors and threads with different diagrams. For example, we can say jamdani. So, in the example of formative design, we can mention single colored cotton long cloth, voile and jeans. And for decorative design, we can mention jamdani. We can change a cloth with formative design into decorative design. We can decorate by using printing, painting, embroidery or by some other process. So how can we make a simple or formative design into decorative? By using printing, painting, embroidery or some other process. We can make a dress decorative. Okay, however, we should not use too complicated design. We can make design in our dresses, but we need to be careful that our dress must not be complicated design. Now we'll discuss about lesson 2, dyeing and printing. First, we'll discuss about dyeing. Dyeing means applying color. What does dyeing mean? Dyeing means applying color. Through dyeing, a cloth receives colors on the either sides of it. In the process tie-dye, the cloth is not dyed directly, rather it is dyed by dyeing the cloth. Okay, now we'll learn about the materials for dyeing. We need thin cloth, caustic soda, baking soda, salt, scissors, glue, ruler, plastic bowl, etc. for dyeing. Now we'll learn the process of dyeing. The process of dyeing is, first we have to take a new cloth and we have to wash for removing starch, because if starch is in cloth it will not be good. Then after washing we have to dry the cloth. Then we have to iron it and have to fold it. Then we have to sew or put small stones or pulses inside the knot. Tie with threads. After that we have to dip the cloth into the dye. Then we have to open the knots. After that we have to take an aluminum or steel bowl. In that bowl we have to mix water, and the amount of water will be 1 liter, and with this water we have to mix red color in half gram, caustic soda also in half gram, and hydrosulfide with half gram. After that we have to filter the mixture. That means we have to mix water, red color, caustic soda, hydrosulfide together, and after that we have to filter the mixture so that there is nothing inside the mixture. And when we will filter the mixture, we have to dip the cloth inside the mixture. After 15 minutes, wash the cloth with water. So it means after 15 minutes, we have to wash the cloth with or using cold water. And after washing, we have to dry the cloth. Then we have to untie the knots. And after or finally, we have to iron the cloth, and our dyeing will be fulfilled. We'll prepare a dress by dyeing. So students, this is the process of dyeing, and please read the text again and again for knowing more and more about dyeing. And I have written for your easy method. I hope if you read this, it will be easy for memorize the answer. Now we'll discuss about printing. Printing means applying both color and shapes in a cloth. So what does printing mean? Printing means applying both color and shapes in a cloth. Printing is done in one side of the cloth. So in dyeing, we do dye in both sides. But for printing, we have to do only in one side of the cloth, not both sides. We can decorate our clothes with different kinds of printing. For example, we can mention block printing, batik printing, screen printing, etc. So if I ask you, can you mention some names of printing? You can answer block printing, batik printing, and screen printing. Now it's time to learn about the materials of printing. For printing, we have to use a wooden table, a tray for mixing colors, blocks of different shapes, an old blanket, brush, a piece of marking cloth, etc. So here we have to use a tray for mixing colors and different kinds of colors with blocks of different shapes, old blanket, brush, piece of marking cloth, etc. Now we'll learn the process of printing. So before printing, we have to wash our cloth, and we have to iron the cloth after washing. Then we have to making places for printing. So in the cloth we have to mark places for printing. Then we have to take a blanket with newspaper. I'm repeating, we have to take blanket with newspaper, and we have to take the blanket and newspaper on a wooden table. Think that on a wooden table we keep a blanket and newspaper together. Then we have to lay the cloth. It means on table we have to lay the blanket with newspaper, and over it we have to lay the cloth. After that we have to apply color on the cloth, and when it is done we have to dry the cloth, and mention here in shadow, not in sunlight. We have to dry the cloth in shadow, and when it is dried we have to iron the cloth finally, and our process is completed. So through this process we can print properly in a cloth. Now we'll learn about lesson 3, painting and embroidery. Painting materials. For painting we can use brushes of different sizes, color, medium, table, a thick blanket, cloth, iron. So all these are the materials of painting. Now we'll learn the process of painting. The process is we have to first wash the cloth, like dyeing and printing. We have to wash the cloth, and then we have to remove the starch. This also not good for, that means the starch also not good for painting. So we have to wash the cloth and have to remove the starch from the cloth. And after washing, we have to iron the cloth, and then we have to draw. We have to draw on the cloth. We can draw picture or diagram on the cloth. And after drawing, we have to lay a blanket on a table. And we have to lay a cloth. That means we have to lay the cloth on the blanket that is on the table. And after that, after laying the cloth, we have to paint. We can again paint here picture or diagram, anything you want. So after painting or picture or diagram, we will mixing medium. That means color will mixing medium. And when it is done, we'll dry the cloth. And again here we have to dry the cloth not in sunlight but in the shadow. And after that we have to iron the cloth. In this way we can paint our cloth. Now we'll learn about embroidery. So what is embroidery? Embroidery is a pattern or picture consisting of different kinds of stitches that are directly sewn by threads and needle onto cloths. So this is very important. What is embroidery? Please learn this, learn the definition. It will be in your oral sheet. Okay, now we'll learn the materials of embroidery. Threads of different colors, small mirrors, beads, needles, frame, paper, carbon paper, pencil, ruler, eraser, scissors, cloth, etc. All these are the materials for embroidery. Now we'll learn the process of embroidery. Before embroidery, we can't or we do not wash the cloth. Students mark it while dyeing, while printing, and while painting. We say we have to wash our cloth first. But here that means for embroidery we can't wash our cloth. We can't wash our cloth. I'm repeating, we have to take a new cloth for embroidery, and on this cloth we have to draw picture or design. And after that we have to fix the cloth in a frame. I'm repeating, after drawing picture or design, we have to fix the cloth in a frame. And after that, we have to complete embroidery. When we'll fix our cloth in a frame, we can make embroidery on the frame by using sewing or stitches. So in this way we can complete our embroidery. And when our embroidery will be completed, we will iron the cloth. Here I'm marking, we can't iron on the main side. We have to iron other side of embroidery. Students think that this side we have made embroidery, and in this side we can't iron. We have to iron on the other side. If we iron here, the embroidery will be perfect. Oh, my dress is not embroidered, so I can't make you understand well, but I hope you can understand by reading the text well. Okay, now come to lesson 4. Name, blanket, herringbone, feather stitch, feather, Ch-13, Pekingese and French knot. Okay, now we'll learn about this. By using different kinds of stitches, we can make our clothes extraordinary. That means by using this, we can make our cloth extraordinary. We can use cross stitch, blanket stitch, herringbone stitch, feather stitch, Ch-13 stitch, Pekingese stitch, French knot, etc. Students, in lesson 4 you will find all this, and if you read the text properly, you can be able to learn about these stitches. So please do cross stitch, blanket stitch, herringbone stitch, feather stitch, Ch-13 stitch, Pekingese stitch, French knot in your dress, and it will make your dress extraordinary. And please, this is for our summary of chapter 13, and I'm requesting you please read the text at your home properly and Read the text again and again for MCQ and creative question answer. Now it's time to provide your homework. Your homework will be 5 knowledge-based question. Students, please do 5 knowledge-based question from chapter 13 and don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number with submission date. Our lecture number is 14 and homework number is also 14. I'm repeating, our lecture number and homework number both are 14 and the submission date will be the date of Sunday, because on every Sunday you have to submit your SW copies. Students, do your homework in your SW copy. Guardians or anyone else can submit your SW copies on every Sunday and can collect your previous copies on next Sunday. You need to be serious because you will get your CT, diary and SP marks on the basis of the submission of your SW copies. That's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.